Well, have you ever seen the movie Groundhog's Day? It kind of feels like we're trapped in that a little bit because it seems like the same thing week in, week out, where we have great effort, great game, mostly great games, and one-goal games. And I talked weeks ago about perseverance, and this is the epitome of perseverance because it starts the same way all the way through the game. So we're learning how to persevere, played some great games, played against great teams, and that's the nice thing about the MIAC is if you don't show up, you're going to get beat no matter who you're playing. We still have a mathematical probability of being in the playoffs at this point. We play St. John's tomorrow night on a Thursday up there, Saturday at home, and they're a good team, and they won the league last year with league playoffs, and we're looking forward to it. And so good play by our goaltender, Stephen Bolt. Defensive played well. A lot of those games I think we probably played better as a defensive core, the defensemen, than some of these other teams, and we still are struggling to finish and get some goals that we need to do, obviously, to win the game.
Well, let's look at last weekend quick before we move on. You talked about it in the video last week, how well you typically play against St. Thomas, and it proved again on Friday night. You missed an opportunity in overtime, but what is it that makes you guys play so well against the Tommies, and what stood out to you about your play as a team?
We had 3 scoring opportunities right in front of the net. They've got a good club. I mean, right through their whole roster, they're pretty solid and stuff. And I think it's just that we have things to prove with every team we play. But the Tommies have a special place in our heart. Duke, you're a good guy if you're watching this. He's the head coach. But guys normally show up. And Saturday we didn't. First 2 periods were a little bit weak and a little flat for us. The third period we came out and I thought we did. We ran the third period, but again, you get down to a good team, it's going to be hard to climb back. So, yeah, it's a bit of a rival, but that's always good.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this weekend. You get the Johnnies on Thursday and Saturday. Again, mathematically, you still have a chance, but what's the mentality of the team? They obviously want to finish strong, and how do you promote that despite the fact that the odds are really stacked against them?
I don't have to promote it at all. You know, I just spent some time with Josh Shingler. He's a senior. I was just in my office and we were just talking, and it has been an absolute joy and pleasure to coach these guys because they're young men who have made to a man a decision to get after this thing and to be a champion. And we define that by being the right guy at the right time. It's messy. It's not about perfect, including myself. We just stay in the fight. We keep pressing on. We keep leaning in. We keep choosing to play for one another and do this the right way. So they see every game as a privilege. Mm-hmm. And they yesterday practiced the high energy. You would think we'd be playing in a national tournament. These guys are so focused and so ready. There's a part of this that when it's over, it's going to be sad because this is clearly one of the better teams that I've ever been associated with the locker room. And 100% of that credit goes to our leaders, which means all 29 guys on the roster because they're making good decisions about team first. I know that everybody's not happy all the time because it's on the planet, and so not everybody's going to get what they want, but if they make the choice to move forward, we talk about that, live your life in your will, not by your emotions, whoa, you know, for all of us, not by your circumstances because you can't control that and sometimes they're not any good, not by your own thinking. You have to choose to make good decisions and choose truth. So that's probably more than you wanted to know or hear, but that's who these guys are. And so when we go to the rink, it's a highlight of our day. They're happy, they want to be there, they work hard, and our record does not reflect the fact that these guys are champions.
Well, let's treat every day like unordinary, and we'll treat it one day at a time.
Easy, easy for you to say. Sorry, I had to slip that joke in there. No, thanks, Jared, and we'll get after it and we'll have fun.
All right, thanks, Coach.